Você sabia que é possível ver fotos e perfis privados no Instagram? É isso mesmo. Não importa se alguém bloqueou você ou se você não tem a permissão para ver o perfil. Através do Insta Private View, você será capaz de contornar isso. Criamos algo exclusivo que pode ajudá-lo a ver os perfis privados ou bloqueados facilmente. E o mais importante, com anonimato e segurança. Dessa maneira, você terá acesso a todo o conteúdo do perfil, como fotos, vídeos, além das atividades do perfil da pessoa. Para usar a ferramenta é muito simples e rápido. Basta seguir as instruções abaixo. Passo 1. Acesse o nosso localizador. Passo 2. Informe no local específico o código gerado pelo ativador. Esse processo é necessário para evitar que robôs utilizem nosso sistema. Passo 3. Nosso sistema validará o código informado. Passo 4. Informe o nome de usuário do perfil que deseja visualizar. Passo 5. Deixe que a nossa ferramenta faça todo o trabalho. Passo 6. Visualize o perfil desejado de forma segura e anônima, através do link gerado. E então, gostou? Acesse agora gratuitamente e tenha acesso aos perfis privados do Instagram você também.
Hey there guys, Neil here, back with an Android app review. So for today's review, I'm going to be sharing a way, at least on the Android side, to share how to create that tiled effect that you see on Instagram. So it could be a 3x1 row of the same picture, or 3x2, or 3x3, whatever have you, but there's a variety of different options that are available. On the Android side, or on the iOS side, I'm figuring it's about the same if you search the iOS App Store for Grid Maker for Instagram or Tiles for Instagram, something along those lines to find a related set of apps. But I didn't see a matching app or the same app that I am going to be using on the Android side for iOS. So that is why I'm giving that disclaimer. So let's jump right into it. So when you open Grid Maker, you do get the free version of the app is available in the Google Play Store, and for 99 cents you can buy it and remove ads. In order to get started, all you have to do is select Open Gallery and pick the image that you want to use. So I'll use this first one. The default is a 3x3 set of grid, which you can zoom in and out to select a particular area of the image. You can move it around like that. From here, or before that though, you do have the options on the bottom to select various size options. So 2x1, 2x2. So depending on how many images you want to share, then you have that option. So for this particular image, I'm going to select the 3x2 option so it shows up properly on Instagram. And I'm going to zoom in all the way for this particular image. I don't really need anything here on the bottom, so I've zoomed all the way in, and actually I could probably just do that part there. The image isn't going to be as centered as I want, but it works out nicely. But let's say I just wanted to do a 2x1 grid, then I can do that. It'll split it into 2 tiles, and you can go up to, in this app, 3x6. So if you want to have a whole lot of tiles and you want to split up your image by that much, you have that option. So going back to my original thought process, I'm going to use the 3x2 grid option, and then from here you'll hit done. And you'll get a nice little screen here where it says tap the picture, each pic, so you can post them in the correct order. They give you the nice numbering scheme, so you don't even need to figure out or remember what order to go in. And from here, when you hit the 1, it'll give you the option to share to your feed or to Instagram stories. So I'm just going to post this to my feed. So from here, you get your first tile. You can add any filters that you want. And then you'll post each picture just like you would normally do an individual post. So I'm going to create the actual post. So this picture that I took was in the Antelope Canyon, and my post is going to be candle or let's say chess bish up question mark, and that's all that you have to do from here. And now for a personal pet peeve of mine, it's kind of annoying when I see a picture, I'm not quite sure what it is, only to go in and see that it was a tiled picture. So for myself, I actually prefer to put in the tile and the tile number. So let's say do something like IG tile 1 of 6. And from here, you're going to select everything and hit copy. So that way, each post, I just have to paste in the text, change the tile number, and that way you know, or so if someone else is reading it for personal peace of mind, they'll know that it's a specific tile number. So I'll hit share, let the post finish up. And then you just hit, for me, on my phone, I just hit the back button. It'll take me back to Grid Maker so I can continue and go into each remaining post. So I'll hit paste and I'll change the 1 to a 2, hit share, and it'll finish up. Once the post shows up, go back, and basically for as many images as you're going to be splitting your image up into, you'll have to make that many posts. And if you're going the route of including the tile number, then you'll need to include the tile number as well. So there is that as well. And so it does get kind of annoying if you're doing anything more than, let's say, a 3x1 grid, because you do have to post the picture that many times. So for me, that's also kind of where copying and pasting the caption comes into play, because for me, I want to have the same comment, but I don't want to have to type it in every single time. So copying and pasting does come into play, very much so. So once you have that posted, I will actually jump into showing what it looks like. So we're down to my last one, so we'll hit feed and post the last one. Although this last one is mostly just black square, so it's not really much to post, but it's nice to know that it's belonging to a group. So once you're done, now I'm back to Grid Maker, so I'll hit the back button, and it'll ask you if you're done posting. You hit yes, and in this case, because I do have the free version, it'll give me a ad. I don't think that's very consistent as far as how often they show up. But now that I'm done, I'm gonna go into Instagram, and I'm gonna click on my profile, and you'll see that my image that I just posted has shown up as a grid. So I can click on the individual ones. I can zoom in and out if I want. And there is that. You'll see a picture that I posted yesterday that's a 3x1 grid with the caption of a full moon in hiding, and I have the tile number, so that way people know that which specific tile number it is. I did a 2x1 grid here as an example. So there's a couple of different options going on, and it's a pretty nifty way to have a tile or create a tile from your individual pictures. I did a picture or one the other day for The Walking Dead or from episode 1, Days Gone By, season 1, episode 8, more specifically, when Rick is riding the horse into Atlantis. So you get a little bit of each tile has a little bit of that specific picture. So overall, pretty interesting app. So that's Grid Maker for Instagram, available for Google, or available for Android and Google Play. So if you want to check out the image for yourself, my Instagram profile is PatelN01. I think it's Instagram.com/PatelN01. If you have any questions or comments, you can, of course, post a comment on one of the pictures on Instagram, or find me on Twitter at PatelN01. But that's all there is for this particular review. Thanks for tuning in. And if you want to get this review or more reviews, be sure to visit the YouTube channel at youtube.com/PatelN01. If you want to get this review early and or delivered to your podcast client of choice as audio, be sure to support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/PatelN01. But that is all for this particular review. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time.